Salve discipuli and welcome. Today we are going to review imperfect tense verbs. It was one of those things we learned right before all the chaos. So we didn't get to finish it. We didn't really get a chance to practice. So what I'm going to do today is we're just going to kind of go over them. And then you'll have a little practice assignment, okay? So things to keep in mind, you should have already completed the discussion board about what is a verb in Latin. So remember that verbs in Latin have 4 things as of now that make them a verb. So they need to have person, first, second, or third. They need to have tense when it's happening. They also need to have number, singular or plural. And we also know that verbs are going to have voice. So whether they're active or passive. So I thought we'll go ahead. I'm going to type these notes up for you. They'll be posted on Schoology after this video. So you can have a hard copy of them if you want them. All right, so I'm going to zoom out and here we go. All right, so first thing we should probably do is review our endings, okay? So this first set right here are going to be my active endings, okay? And we remember with the verb that we're going to use the second principal part and we're going to remove the RE and add these endings. We'll practice in just a moment, okay? So for imperfect, we are going to change that O and it's going to become a bomb, okay? Remember, I like to call this the sheep tense because basically what we are doing is adding a ba before our original endings, with the exception of this one right here. And if you need this, this is going to be I was, ... So like I was loving, I was walking, etc. Okay, and then we have bomb. Oh, don't do that. We have boss. It's going to be you were. And then we have bot. Ooh, man. He, she, it. Nope. He, she, it was. And then on the plural side, we have bommus, which is going to be we were. And you have botus, is he, y'all were. And then finally we have bont, which means they were, okay? Now, there are my active endings. Let's go ahead and get the passive ones out of the way as well, just so that we have all of them and can work with them. Okay, I want that to be a little bigger. There we go. All right, so just like with our present tense, it is going to be pirate tense, so we are going to add R's. So keep our endings, just add the BA in front of them. So we know you had ris, mer, mini, and tor. We're just going to add ba in front of them. So now it becomes bar, baris, botor, bomor, bomini, and bontor. All right, and I will, so bar. When we translate these though, it's going to be just a little different. We are going to keep the was and the were, okay? However, we need to add in being. So instead it was I was being loved. And then we finish it off, I was being loved by the dog, by the cat, whatever, okay? Or it's been a while, but I was being killed by Cornelius. Then we have baris, which is going to be you were being. We have bater. Sorry, sometimes I have to talk myself through these. Was being. Then we have bomor. We were being. And we have bomini. Y'all were being. And last but not least, we have bontor. They were being. Okay. And remember, active means you're the one doing it. Passive, it is happening to you. And we almost always have an ablative of agent with a passive, meaning we have that ob, and then it's going to tell us who's doing it to us. Okay? So, I probably should have started here, but it's too late now. We're already in. Remember, the imperfect tense is going to be a verb that may or may not be completed. So it definitely started in the past, but it could still be going on. So like I was loving my dog and then he ran away, Okay, just because he ran away doesn't mean I don't love him. It just means that he's not currently around and might not, be receiving my love. Or maybe I did stop loving him. There's no telling. So it's imperfect because it is not perfectly completed. So, and verbs equal verbs that may or may not still be happening. Def started in the past. But it is unclear if it is currently still. Okay, so like when I use my example sentence, I was being killed by Cornelius, it's clear that he was trying to kill me in the past. We're not sure if he actually succeeded, because if I said I was killed by Cornelius, then it has happened. I'm dead. It is over. But if I said I was being killed by Cornelius, not entirely sure how that's going to work out, Did I survive? Did I not survive? Don't necessarily have enough information to tell me that, okay? So when we are conjugating, oh no. We're going to start with our favorite word, amo. Okay, so we have amo, amare, amawi, amatus, right? And then typically we know how this is going to work, right? In the present tense, we had always left it as the first word in the first spot. Not going to be the case for imperfect. We are just going to go ahead and automatically start with this word right here, okay? So always go ahead and start with your second principal part, our infinitive, all right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and chop off this RE, okay? So then I get stuck with ama in all of my spots, okay? Oh, I have added too many. Yep, get rid of those. Okay, so then we have ama. Now, I did not specify if I wanted active or passive. I'm going to assume active right now. So we have ama bom, ama boss, ama bot, bomis, bodice, and bottle. Oh, nope, bont. So all I have done is added my active endings from here. Now, if I wanted to translate, all I have to do is look over and say, okay, I've got my bomb here, which means I was, and then I know ama means love, so it's going to be I was loving. Do not put I was loved, because now you've made it a passive. It has to stay with the ing and the active, all right? So same thing here. I'm a boss is going to be you were loving. Why did it do this? Maybe I'm a bot is going to be he, she, it. Nope. Was loving. We've got we've got we were loving. We've got y'all. Oh my gosh, computer. We've got y'all were loving. And then we have they were loving. Okay, same thing. If I specify passive, all you have to do is go in and add the passive ending. So instead it becomes I'm a bomber, I'm a baris, I'm a bator, I'm a bomber, I'm a bomini, and I'm a bontor. And then if it's passive, it's I was being loved, you were being loved. I'm going to post practice ones for you on Schoology to work through, okay? Because this is just a quick little review for you. Now, we remember when we're dealing with conjugations, the third and the fourth conjugation worked a little differently. And we remember how to spot those. So third conjugation does not have a line above the E, and the fourth conjugation has an I. So we're going to use cogo, cogere, coegi, coactus. That's my third, okay? And then we have venio, or venio, venire, veni, ventis. Oh my gosh, ventus, there we go, for our fourth. Normally what we do when we were working present tense, this one right here was a little tricky because we chop off our RE, but then we swap the E for an I. And then down here we were fine. However, when I am dealing with these in any other tense except present, I am going to continue to use this second principal part. Nothing will change. So if, for example, I'm going to come down here and do, the Kogo, okay, and I'll type it up here for you again, Kogere, Koegi, Coactus. I am going to use, again, my second principal part. I'm going, highlight, darn it, I'm going to get rid of my RE, okay? And normally in our present tense, we swap that E for an I. That's what we've been doing. However, in imperfect, it is going to stay as an E. So I can go ahead and put Koge all the way through, okay? And we'll do this one as a passive, just so we can work on that. So we have Koge bar, Koge baris, Koge bator, Koge bamor, Koge mini, and then Koguntor. Okay, and then that's going to be I was being gathered or collected. Okay, so for time's sake, might as well. You were being gathered. Okay, you see where I'm going with this. He, she, it was he, she, it was being gathered. Being gathered. We were being gathered. And we have y'all were being gathered. Oh, begin. Wow, being gathered. And then last but not least, they were being gathered. Okay, so that's what that's going to look like. Fourth is going to be a little special. Okay, so if we use venio, venire, veni, ventus, and we get our little thing here. We are still using our second principal part. Okay, we are going to get rid of the RE here. All right, so boom, that's gone. Sorry, I just got that thing. And so we are going to go ahead and put our weni in all of them. If I could type, that would be swell. However, what's going to happen is we are also going to go ahead and squeeze an E in here, only if it is a fourth. Okay, for third, it stays the E. For fourth, we're going to add one. We're going to squeeze it in, because if we leave it as an I, the Romans kind of have like weird feelings about that. Like, I don't know about that. So we'll just do this one active. And so just like we did, we're going to add our endings. Bom, bos, bot, bomus, botus, bont. Okay, the only difference here is I have to have this little I in the E. Because like if I just do Winabom, your little Latin sensor should be tingling. That's gross. Please don't do that. That's going to be a no. It's going to be a hard no. Okay. All right. So I think that is everything I wanted to go through. Remember, second principal part, chop off the RE, add the endings. When we are working, just the last thing, I guess, when we are working like English to Latin, it's going to be important to identify the tense of the word. So like I am walking versus I was walking. Okay, so this is going to be a present tense, plain simple. We know that's going to be no. Versus I was walking is imperfect. I started in the past, could still be doing it. So that's going to come up as ambula bomb. This should be ambulo, not amo. Okay. So pay attention and be careful with those while you're working on them. Okay. Again, I'm going to post some practice questions for you to work through on Schoology. It's going to say it's an assessment. It's not. It's just there so you can get automatic feedback on some of them. And then if we have questions, you can bring them up during office hours or comment in Schoology or on GroupMe, and I'll help you guys, okay? So I hope this makes sense. This page right here will be available for you, okay? Again, let me know if you have any questions, and good luck completing the assignment.